Hey guys, it's me, Mario again, and today we're going to continue EPOS, the Flame Bird. Sorry I couldn't upload anything last week. Anyway, we're going to continue EPOS, the Flame Bird, the last book of the first series of Peace Quest, and I hope you guys enjoy. Burning Secrets. Get back, Tom throwing up his shield in front of him. Elena frantically pushed Storm into the trees. Silver at her heels, the fireball hit the shield and exploded. Tom gasped as hundreds of tiny, violent embers flew across the air and set light to everything they touched. He turned back to his friend. "Take Storm," he yelled. "Ride as fast as you can to the village by the volcano and fetch help." Elena jumped into the horse's back, choking on a thick black smoke. "Be careful, Tom," she cried. Then she pressed her heels to Storm's ribs, and the stallion plunged forwards with Silver close behind. Tom whirled back to face EPOS with a thrill of terror. He saw the beast was forming a fresh fireball between her talons. Tom stood his ground and raised his wooden shield. At the bottom of the shield was a gleaming scale that had belonged to Ferno, the fire dragon. It gave protection against fire, but could it stand up to a second blast of EPOS's enchanted flames? The fireball smashed into the shield with such force that Tom was knocked to the ground. The shield smoldered, but it didn't crack. The flame bird squawked angrily, then crossed up through the blazing canopy of leaves and flew off. "Come back here," Tom shouted, his eyes streaming with smoke. "I'm not finished with you." But now he was surrounded by flames. The beast's fireball had set all the trees around him alight. "What shall I do?" he asked himself. As he looked desperately for a way out, Tom caught a glimpse of a group of masked men rushing towards him. Before he could react, he was grabbed by his wrists and ankles and lifted from the ground. "Hey!" Tom yelled. "Let me go. There's gratitude for you," puffed the man holding one of Tom's wrists. "Anyone would think you didn't want to be helped. Your friend sent us to fetch you. She's waiting for you at the village, explained another. Tom felt a dizzying wave of relief, and after a few minutes, the man lowered him to the ground. They had escaped the worst of the flames. Tom stood up and brushed himself down. Thanks. I'm Tom, by the way. I'm Raymond, the first man said. We'll have to leave you here for the moment. The village is completely cut off by the forest fire. If we don't fight it, our homes will burn to the ground. And with the volcano ready to blow, too, we have to do something. Then the thick curtain of smoke parted, and Tom realized they were at the village near the foot of the volcano. The forest fire had almost reached the first houses, and the group of villagers was trying to stop it. He watched Raymond and the other men sprint back to help. Then he felt something lick his hand. It was silver. Elena lowered with a pitcher of water. Oh, Tom, she said. I'm so glad you're all right. She lowered her voice. What happened to EPOS? She flew away, Tom said, still panting for breath. As Storm leaned forward to nuzzle his hair, no other beast has come looking for a fight, said Elena. I know, Tom said, watching as the villagers ran back and forth, desperately trying to control the forest fire. Something tells me that EPOS means business. She made sure the village is surrounded by fire. Now no one can get in or out. Elena nodded. Did you see that golden band around her leg? That must be how Melville is controlling her, Tom agreed. We need to remove it, and fast. Just then a far-haired boy of Tom's age burst out of the blazing forest, coughing hard, a side sack in one hand. He must have been trying to beat the fire out. A piece of old armor protected his chin and neck. He floated down on the grass. Elena and Tom ran over to him. Are you all right? Tom asked the boy, helping him to take off the armor. What's your name? Owen, he croaked, staring up at them. Soot covered his face. Our village is going to be destroyed. There are too few of us to stop the fires. Elena gave him the pitcher of water, and the boy drank thirstily. Where is everyone else? Tom asked. But he was looking closely at the piece of armor in his hands. Most people left when the volcano first stirred, said Owen. My family and a few others stayed to try and protect the crops. We didn't realize how bad things were going to get. Eleanor looked towards the smoking volcano. And now we're all trapped. Tom grabbed Owen by the shoulder. Where did you get this armor? Owen frowned. I found it in the caves. Where's the rest of it? Tom demanded. He tried to keep his feelings under control, but his fingers tightened on the boy's shoulder. I should know, Owen wailed, pulling away. I don't know, Owen wailed, pulling away. He jumped to his feet and scowled, rubbing his shoulder. Tom, Eleanor dragged his hand away. What's gotten into you? Sorry, he murmured, but this armor was made at the fords where I grew up. He pointed to a small hammer design stamped into the metal. My uncle stamped his hallmark on everything he sold. Eleanor took the armor and studied it. Hey, there's something else scratched here. She rubbed soot and rust away from the plate's metal rim and said T-A-L-A. Taladon? Whispered Tom, his stomach fizzing with excitement. Eleanor, this armor belongs to my father. And that was chapter 2. Burning Secrets. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading of EPOS, the Flamebird. And I hope you like my videos so far. We're almost halfway done with this book, and I'm gonna take a little break and then start on the second series. I don't know why I keep apologizing for not making it every week. I have other things on my mind during the weekend, so yeah. But what can I do about that? Well, I hope you guys enjoy my videos, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Alright. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Hope you check out my DeviantArt and my Twitter and Twitch. My Twitter and Twitch are the same name as this channel, and my DeviantArt is Dragon Master Mario, but you should know that by now. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.